In this lesson, we are going to learn about ordinary differential equations and then partial differential equations, which are types of what differential equations. Okay, so we are going to look at how to differentiate between these types of what differential equations. Ordinary differential equations has what one dependent variable with some of its derivatives with respect to one independent variable, and then it has what the symbol d. And then coming to partial differential equations, they have what partial derivatives of one or more dependent variables with respect to one or more independent variables. And then they have the symbol del. This symbol can sometimes be written in this form, like okay, can be written this way. Okay, I'm not really getting here something like this. So if you don't see this symbol, you will see what I have here. They are all called del or Kelly D. Okay, so we are going to take some examples of partial differential equations and then ordinary differential equations so that you will be able to know what they are. So looking at this example, I have the x over dt equals 3x. So is this an ordinary differential equation or a partial differential equation? So from the symbols, we know that what ordinary differential equations has the symbol what d, and then partial differential equations have what this symbol, which is what the curved d or the del. And looking at this equation here, the symbol in it is what d. Okay, so you can see that what this is what an ordinary differential equation. And also we have one dependent variable and then one independent variable. Okay, so this is an ordinary differential equation. Let's take another example. Okay, so is this equation here a partial differential equation or an ordinary differential equation? So first of all, from the symbol that we have here, you know that this is what del or curved d. So you can see that what it is a partial differential equation. And also you see that what we have two independent variables here, and also we have what two dependent variables here. Okay, so this tells us that what this is what a partial differential equation. So I can read this as what the second partial derivative of v with respect to x plus a multiplying the first partial derivative of u with respect to what y. So with this partial differential equation, we have what two independent variables and then have what two dependent variables. And you see that from the definition, you said what partial differential equations has what partial derivatives of one or more dependent variables with what respect to one or more independent variables. So we have the partial derivative of the dependent variable v with respect to what the independent variable x, and then here also we have what the partial derivative of the dependent variable u with respect to what the independent variable what y. So this is what a partial differential equation. Let's take some few more examples. So with this example here also, let's try and find out whether it is an ordinary differential equation or a partial differential equation. So first of all, with the symbol that we have here, it tells us that what this is a partial differential equation. And also you see that what we have three independent variables in this differential equation, which are t, x, and then y. So these are the independent variables. Okay, and then we have what one dependent variable, which is what v. So therefore, this is what a partial differential equation. Okay, let's take another example. Have d squared y over dt squared plus 2 dy over dt plus 5y equals 0. So first of all, from the symbol d that you have here, you know that this is an ordinary differential equation. Then you have what, one independent variable, which is what, t, and then you have what, one dependent variable, okay, which is what, y. So this is how to identify partial derivatives and then ordinary derivatives, and then to help us what, tell whether what a differential equation is an ordinary differential equation or a partial differential equation.